What if I told you that the tight knot in your stomach before a family night isn't drama, it's your brain trying to protect you? Picture this. It's Friday evening and your phone buzzes. Dinner at Grandma's, 6 p.m. Instantly your mood drops. Not because you don't care, but because something inside you already feels overwhelmed. If you've ever felt that, this story is for you. Let me tell you about someone. We'll call him Ethan. Ethan is successful. He has a solid career, great friends, and a life he built on his own terms. But every time he walks into his childhood home in a small town we'll call Maple Grove, something shifts. The confident man disappears, and suddenly he's that same anxious teenager again. His older brother, Ryan, still teases him like they're fighting over chores. His mom still questions every decision he makes. Are you sure that's stable? And his dad? One comment from him can ruin his entire night. Here's the strange part. Ethan knows he's grown. He knows he's capable. But in that house, it's like time folds in on itself. And that's not random. Psychologists explain this through something called family role conditioning. Basically, when we grow up, we're assigned invisible roles. The responsible one, the troublemaker, the quiet one. And even years later, those roles don't just disappear. When you're back in that environment, your brain pulls you right back into that old version of yourself. That's exactly what Ethan feels. It's not weakness. It's wiring. But it doesn't stop there. During dinner, Ethan laughs at jokes he doesn't find funny. He nods through conversations he doesn't care about. He avoids topics that might start arguments. By the end of the night, he's exhausted, even though he barely moved from his chair. That's emotional masking. It's like running a performance the entire time, monitoring your reactions, adjusting your words, predicting everyone else's emotions. It's draining in a way that's hard to explain unless you've felt it. And then comes the comparisons. His cousin just bought a house. Someone else is getting married. Another relative got a promotion. Suddenly, every question feels loaded. So, what's next for you? It sounds harmless. But to Ethan it feels like pressure. Like he's being measured. What's wild is, our brains process that kind of comparison almost like physical pain. That uneasy feeling? It's real. It lingers long after the night ends. Then there are the boundaries. In his everyday life, Ethan has learned to protect his space. He doesn't tolerate intrusive questions or constant criticism. But with family, those boundaries blur. Why are you still single? Why don't you visit more? Why don't you do things the way we did? Each question chips away at his sense of control. And when we feel like we're losing control, our brain reacts as if something is wrong, even unsafe. So what does Ethan do? At first, he thought he had to just deal with it. Show up, smile, survive. But over time, he realized something important. He had a choice. Now, he visits for shorter periods. Sometimes he meets just one or two relatives instead of everyone at once. He gives himself permission to leave when it gets overwhelming. And most importantly, he stopped feeling guilty for protecting his peace. Because here's the truth. You can love your family and still struggle being around them. You can care and still need space. And choosing your mental well-being doesn't make you selfish. It makes you aware. So if you've ever felt like Ethan, like something's wrong with you for not enjoying family gatherings the way others seem to, there isn't. You're not broken. You're responding exactly the way your mind was shaped to. And once you understand that, everything changes. If this hit close to home, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stories that help you understand yourself a little better. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is finally make sense of what you feel.